Didn't get to mute all the way on my phone. Woo!
Yes, hello, my name is Sam, and I will be playing Hector the Ranger.
Hi, I'm James. My username is SpiderJJR26 in the chat. If you're curious, it's a username
What
I've
does the
used
second
since
J
I
stand
was.
for?
Those aren't initials. That's actually just Spider J Junior. If anyone's curious. No. I play Zoot. I play a massive winged wyvern folk who decimates people with his powers of heraldry and rage.
Hi, my name is Nell. I play Lady Isadora, who is a Twilight cleric of Corellin with a little sprinkling of Ranger for stabbing purposes.
Hello, I'm Liana. I will be playing the role of Willa this evening. I am a bard that sees dead people.
I'm Kelsey. I play Winter. She goes by Winnie. She's an artificer. Tatooine.
Like the
Seems
planet.
fake.
Yep. Tyler, they say they can't hear you.
Yeah, it's okay. Tyler's saying nothing of importance.
Also, not to give you a full headache, Tyler, but I'm almost completely frozen on the stream.
Okay, can they hear me now? Yes, you should be
I
able to
thought
hear
Nell
me
was
now.
just keeping still.
Wait, you are
No.
you are kind of frozen.
Oh,
You're looking good. Looking good.
sounds like they can hear you.
No, this is well-oiled machine. Having moved.
This is what happens
2
when you
days
take
ago.
4 weeks off.
When you take 4 weeks off and you move your entire tech setup to another house. Nell, pause. All right, folks, we will be right back. And we're back. Thanks, everybody. Sorry about that. Nell should be audible and not frozen.
Yup.
Sweet, and y'all can hear me.
Can you guys hear me?
Stop.
Yes? Anybody got feedback?
We didn't ask for this.
Sweet.
We didn't ask for this.
Yes.
Thank you, Lyman. Awesome. We are back. Well, let's dive in. So last we saw these 5. They were headed down a new path with a new ally. They had met a woman in Ismark's former manor in the village of Barovia, Ezmerelda de Avenir, of Istana, who they had found while they were searching for Ismark back in the village of Barovia. Ezmerelda mentioned that she was a friend of Ismark, someone who had been working with him as an ally against the Count Strahd von Zarevich. They went to the nearby chapel in the village of Barovia, spoke with the dead corpse of Father Donovich, the priest, who let them know that Ismark had been taken up to Yester Hill, which rang familiar for our players. They had heard of that before. The druids who attacked the winery were also from Yester Hill. They embarked on the road with Ezmerelda, kind of, well, unclear as to the path they would take, but knowing that eventually they needed to find Ismark and rescue him, and then circle back to the winery, pick up Irina, and then they'll kind of figure out what they're going to do from there.
Die, probably.
You never know. A night on the road, a night in camp. Hector had a strange dream where he resisted what seemed like an offering from an otherworldly being, something that none of the other four had done up to that point. They talked with Ezmerelda, learned a bit about her story, although she was clearly withholding certain things, as Willa was able to discern. Most importantly, they got a new map, and one that isn't just chicken scratches, but actually can show them where to go, how to go, and about how long things are going to take. As they bedded down for the second night on the road, they were beset by 3 figures from out of the woods. Older women, hunched, wielding very powerful magic. 2 were able to be dispatched by our adventurers. 1 escaped through magical means back out into the mists. And as our players went down for the night, they heard laughter off in the distance, moving away from them. And Ezmerelda mentioned that this was a strange occurrence for someone who had lived in Barovia this long to see these particular witches this far east. So, Ezmerelda turns to you all the next morning. You can take a long rest. And she says,
take a long rest.
She says, okay, so we have some choices ahead of us this day. We are a little less than a day out from Vallaki. We will need to at least pass by the town in order to continue down to Yesterhill. There is no other path that is an option. There's no real way to go aside from that. I have friends in Vallaki who we could stay with, but it may or may not be something that I know that you had mentioned you had some difficulties the last time you...
I also have friends in Vallaki.
You do?
Yes. There's a lady there who knows me. We did her a good favor.
Lizard lady?
No, not a lizard
I'm
lady.
just gonna elbow Zoot in the side.
Ow! What the hell was that?
What is the name of this lady? Perhaps she is the same ally.
She is not a friend.
Oh.
By any stretch of the imagination.
We have one contact that we could go to.
Personally, I think we should skip the city altogether, camp outside as we did last night, and make our way past the city as quick. Ezmerelda, have you heard news from Vallaki?
No, I have not been in some time. I stay a bit northwest of there, but it is the last time I traveled. Well, I've not been there in some time. I traveled farther south before turning to the village. This time I traveled east, so it has been a few months since I've been there.
The city has been overrun by vampires and monsters and a variety of Strahd's other servants. I can't imagine that it would be a safe place, a welcoming place, a place at all, hardly anymore.
You notice that she gets this sort of sly grin across her face, and she says, wait, you say there are servants of the devil in Vallaki now?
Yes.
Then we must go.
To Vlaki.
Yes, we must clear the city of these vermin. They
I don't.
cannot
I
be
don't-
allowed to maintain control over the city. It is too important.
Wait, but I think I'm confused. But isn't Lady Voctor and her friends, isn't that part of the vermin?
Yes.
Okay, but we did her a favor. She liked us.
Right,
She had a
yes.
lot of interest in me.
And Ezmerelda sort of leans back. Says, you did not speak of this when we first met.
Yes, it was a big misunderstanding.
See, I thought
Zoot,
that her
we
name
are
was Lady
not
Watcher.
friends.
You helped Fiona Voctor.
Yes, in our defense, she lied to us. I know that's not a great defense, but it was done out of stupidity and not malice.
Also, to be clear, I didn't help her.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I pat Hector on the back.
I'm sure this is a lot for you to take in. Take the
What
time
can you
you
tell
need.
me about-
We've been emotionally
Fiona
grappling with this for several
Voctor?
weeks.
Wait, I need to hold on. This is the first person who knows anything about Lady Voctor. What do we need to know about her, and why is it bad that we helped her? Besides the fact that she is friends with the devil. I mean Strahd. We can say his name, right? He's not gonna. I look up at the skies like it's gonna summon Strahd.
Roll a perception check. No, I'm just kidding. She is not simply a friend of his. You understand this? Yes, it is not a. That is. Oh, you did actually roll a perception check. You got a 7.
I got a 7 plus 4 or plus 7, which is a 14.
Oh.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see Strahd?
No, you don't see Strahd.
Okay, good.
She is far more than a friend. Yes, she is one of his most loyal followers. Worships
You know that now.
him.
We-
Has
we're
worshipped
not
him
aware
since
of that.
she was a child. This is not a woman who. So you helped her do what exactly?
So when I said we
suppose
have friends, we don't have friends. I take that back.
We have one friend. Well, two. A family, if you will. That's about it.
A family.
Yes.
Does this family happen to run a tavern?
They might. The good
Well,
people.
At least I can see your judge of character is somewhat still intact.
Bad.
Okay.
Heading on by a
All
thread.
right. Look, you save the judgment for later, okay?
But here is the
It's
problem.
not productive.
This Velaki is. Yes, we have to go via Velaki in order to get to Yester Hill to get to Ismark. We cannot pass through the mountains. There is no discernible way to go. So we must go north and then continue west. The problem is, and I know this is difficult for some of you, all of you. To get to Velaki, we are going to pass the windmill.
So,
Excellent.
So there is a choice to be made. We can steer clear. Or if it is as bad as you say,
No, we have to go to the windmill.
Yeah.
We have to go to the windmill.
can
Yeah. Do you want to help us? Do you want to help us, like, kill some witches?
Hags.
Well, they look like witches to me, but whatever. Hags. They are really ugly.
I just
They kill children and bake them into
I
pies.
completely understand. My fear is Ismark. I am concerned about how long it will take us to get there. We are still another, even by cart, 2 to 3 days from getting to Yester Hill.
Man, I wish we could just, like, be there.
Do any of you have that ability?
It's funny you say that because I flex my wings. I have wings.
Yes, that is very helpful, I'm sure, for you. But there
Yeah.
are 6 of us.
Well, I mean, I can fly. I can take Winnie.
Do we know of anyone that has the ability to?
We have to go. We have to go to the windmill. It's one of the.
We do, but not. There's no time constraint on the windmill the way there is on saving someone's life.
It's one of the locations of the shrine.
What? Wait, little one. What shrine? Winter. I apologize. What shrine?
It's the for the Fanes.
Fanes. I do not know what.
It's
What are you talking
old.
about?
It's old knowledge I found, but it's a way to take away power from Strahd. He's desecrated shrines across Barovia, and by taking away their influence and power, these places of worship, by desecrating them, he's increased his own.
So what we just
And the windmill
desecrate
is
them?
one of the shrines that was defaced and polluted. And now 3 hags reside there baking children pie and feeding them to the people. And they also robbed me and Lady Isadora. I think they took something far more valuable from her, but she's being very off-puttish about it, so I can't really say, but...
I thought. Didn't you mention that there are now only 2 remaining?
Yeah, we killed
Yes,
one.
correct.
We killed one.
Okay.
Winter, you're not wrong, and we need to deal with them. I personally would very much like to get to Yesterhill with as few stops as possible.
How about 1? We make 1 stop at the shrine.
Aren't we literally going that way anyways?
It is a short detour in terms of distance. However, I am not sure how much time we will need to accomplish what you say, Winter, that we need to accomplish at this place.
All we need to do is kill the hags and...
Yes.
And, you know, and kind of clean, like, we just need to kill the hags. We need to get rid of the pollution, the stain they've made upon the earth.
Okay.
I know you don't want to make top. I know Ezmark is the goal, but this is on the way.
You're right. We should fight the hags now.
There's
right.
only 2 of them now. And it seems like the windmill is back up to working, which means they're still baking people pie, Lady Isadora.
Okay.
I vote for a quick stop at the windmill. We kick some butt, and then we move on.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, some people have been waiting a long time to fight these hags. Not me. I don't really care for them, but I know, based on what some of you guys have been saying for the last couple weeks.
Zoot also would like to fight the hags, and I nudge you.
I mean, I will. Sure. And I'm with this project.
And I think it is. Yes, it is clear that that is where we need to go and what we need to do. So. Let's be sure we are ready. I anticipate that these are fairly powerful creatures based on my knowledge of them and the studies that I've done. I've never encountered this type of monster before, but I've read plenty from my mentor about them. And you all say that you have first-hand knowledge.
Yeah, we killed one in like 12 seconds.
Do you remember?
Give or take.
Okay, that is heartening. Do you remember what types of magic or abilities that they had that we could maybe be prepared for, or
She warped once.
as in
It could blink.
She was in front of me and then she blinked. Probably about 30 feet away. But we killed her pretty quick, so didn't get into too much read of her abilities.
Winter, do you remember?
They had transformative powers. They mask themselves as old
That's true.
ladies, but they turn into hags.
They were able to paralyze. They were able.
They were stronger together, right? Don't they make a coven when there's 3 or
Yes,
more?
I'm trying to think about what they did in the battle. It was a long time ago in a blur. I believe they had powers over the mind and body of their enemies in
Yeah.
terms of holding them, freezing them, putting them to sleep.
Yeah, definitely.
They certainly did magic, spell casting. I can help one person greatly. I may be able to help several people. I have some new toys, some new tricks.
Interesting.
Maybe not.
Tyler, can I roll to try and remember?
Yeah, make a history check.
I'm good at those. 9 on the die, but I think I have like a +8 to history. Yeah, I have a +8 to history, so 17.
Okay. You remember from your first encounter with these creatures a few different things. The biggest being the fact that the powers seemed to grow when all 3 were together.
Yeah.
When there were just 2, because remember, when you first arrived, there were only 2, and then the third one showed up later.
Mm-hmm.
The magic of the first 2 was somewhat limited based on what came later when compared. So that's probably the biggest piece of information you're able to recollect, is that the 2 before Granny showed up weren't very magically powerful. They definitely had some fight to them and some strength, but their powers of magic were pretty limited.
I have down that there was Granny, Bella, and a mystery hag that I never got the name of, so.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I remember.
Well, that is
And they stole all of our stuff.
Do you mean they stole your stuff? Like
Um,
your equipment and things, or
Yeah.
All of our belongings, also part of my soul.
They took your soul?
I don't know. Right, I didn't actually ever say that aloud to most of you. Right, yes, they have something from me. Not sure what exactly, but it's why I can't heal all the way. And I find myself weak more often.
Yeah, we need to get you that back. Yeah.
okay. Then, unless anybody has anything else they need to do before we move, I suggest we get going. We've probably got about a half a day in order to reach there.
Think about, never mind, don't think about anything, let's go.
You all press on, mount the cart. You hear Ezmerelda, Dravash, and the horses appear. And you travel down the Svalak Road. The mists are staying at bay. They're pretty deep. You can see fairly far into the woods on either side of the road. And as you make your way across the wooden bridge overlooking the Tsir Falls, you can see down below, as you pass over, the Vistani encampment is still there, where you've met Madame Ava and had your fortunes read, and you see smoke curling from the campfires as you can maybe even hear some distant music being played and laughter, the hum of conversation. But as you make your way across the bridge, that's all drowned out by just the surging water of the waterfalls as the mist rises on the sides as you cross the River Evelys. And you come around the ridge, and the gates of Ravenloft appear before you. You look to the east and you see the castle looming. Memories may flood back for some of you of the nights you spent there. The invitation, the dinner. Darwin,
My girlfriend.
Willa's girlfriend, Hector's
Yeah.
shackles and manacles.
Those were the days.
I don't know that we ever established that I took those off.
No,
Just
you
that
just
they
still
were
have,
broken.
just still have them on. Still carrying them around, just swinging them. And as you pass through the gate, Zoot, you notice one of the grotesques on the gate. When you first passed through this, it feels like years ago, but was really only a matter of a couple weeks. The gate was sort of ornate ravens were perched at the top of either side of the gate, and now those grotesques have changed shape, and two small wormlings sit perched in stone at the top of the gates of Ravenloft.
Guys, I see dragons. Look, those are the dragons. Do you remember the dragons, Winnie?
The statues, you mean?
No. The dragons. Remember, there was a. Maybe you don't remember, but
Oh, wait,
there was
when
a
we were in the
dragon when we
sky?
died. Yeah,
Oh God.
I don't know if it's the same
Oh.
one. I can't really tell from here, but if you look, you can see he's still got them, and we're gonna rescue those dragons before we get out of here. Mark my words.
I do the spit.
I would do it too, but my spit is acidic and it could actually pose a potential health risk to you. It functions as a weak poison,
Fair. All right.
but the intent is still there. I'll shake your hand. Here, I just
I'm
spit.
I'm so sorry. Never mind, actually.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, this is gonna be such a dumb question. Can I like aggressively nap in the cart for another 8 hours so that I can swap one of my spells out before we get to the windmill?
It's not going to take 8 hours to get to the windmill. It's going to
Damn
take
it.
probably
All right,
about
never mind.
5. So
Okay.
you can take a short rest, but you took a long rest.
Right, but I didn't know we were gonna go fight the hag, so I didn't prepare anything that was good for hag fighting. It's okay. It's
Okay.
all good. I've got plenty of shit. Many tricks.
Yeah, we'll rescue him, Zoot. Don't you worry.
Can you guys hear Zoo?
Yeah.
I
No.
can. I can hear
now I can
Zoot.
hear him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You pass through the gates of Ravenloft. The mists begin to converge tighter around the road as you pass through the woods, and you see a familiar sight as you crest the hill and move toward the city of Valaki. That familiar, decrepit
Bad.
Honey,
windmill
we're back.
looms in the distance.
How close are we? Like,
You're probably about a quarter mile, half a mile off. So you'll
Great,
be
I'm
there
gonna go
within
ahead and
you'll be there
cast-
within the hour.
I'll go ahead and cast Aid on Winter, Willa, and Zoot.
Was that 5 temp HP or something?
None for
Your max
Hector.
HP is up by 5
Oh,
for
nice.
the next 8 hours.
Take it.
Did I
And
ever
fire.
did I ever have any interactions with the windmill, Tyler, before I was imprisoned?
You would not have.
Okay.
You knew of the dream pies of Barovia, the fact that people eat them and have incredibly amazing, addictive dreams.
Okay.
And you even had a couple friends who were wholly dependent on those pies and needed to eat them constantly in order to sort of maintain any sense of normalcy in the way they interacted with the world. But you were never sold one. You were never offered one. You just know of them.
Okay.
Okay, this is it. What is the plan?
The plan is we go in and kill them.
I have a plan.
Okay, good. I'm glad someone does.
Okay, here's my plan. I picked up this new ability that I think would be super useful to us. I'm going to create an image of a lost child. Perhaps we can lure the hags out of their home using this child and get the jump on them from behind.
That sounds wonderful.
I
Get them
can
out of
also-
the windmill.
I can also help with this plan.
You can. Are you going to dress up like the child?
No,
Okay. How are you going to help?
I can do this. And Hector pulls out some ashes and
Can your
starts
friend do this?
sprinkling them over everybody in the party.
Oh,
And he casts.
who are these from?
You all do like take that willingly. Yes.
I guess.
I'm disgusted. I'm horrified.
Not really.
It's
I
from,
just-
they're from
no.
plants. Y'all need to calm down.
We're in
Um,
Barovia. They make people pie.
Plants. Anyways, he casts Pass Without Trace on everybody, so you all get a +10
Plus
to your
10.
stealth rolls, as long as you stay within 30 feet of Hector.
That is so sick.
Finally, one of you has this.
So
Been needing this since day one. Haven't had it. All right, so you all have +10 to stealth.
And we cannot be tracked except by magical means. Also, we don't leave behind tracks or any traces of passage.
Hang on a second. Sure, there's something.
Now, how much temp HP did you give us? 5?
5. Yeah.
Thank you. Bless you.
Okay, so Willa, you will set this illusion of the child, and what are the rest of us doing? Are we flanking them? Is one of us taking the rooftop while the others take the back entrance?
You're getting so excited by this. It's really cute, Ezmerelda.
And she sort of looks at you up and down and says, "This is what I do. I hunt and destroy monsters."
I take a swig of my bottle.
I think if we can, we should put Winter on the roof. Perhaps Zoot can fly her up, so that she can do some of her range spells, hopefully out of danger. While and perhaps Willa as well. You fight better ranged, while the 3 of us melee people stay on the ground and try to flank in from behind. And you, what are you? What do you do in combat?
Well, you saw last night a bit. I tend to like to be in the middle of things.
Yes, excellent. The 4 of us, 2 from each side.
2 from each side. Okay. Willa, you will stay back on the road a bit with the cart and cast from a distance.
Yeah, I have to stay pretty focused on this. So if I can stay out of harm's way, I can hold
So
it.
let's keep you hidden. Keep the cart off the road a bit a ways, but still within eyesight of the front of the windmill. Okay. So the 5 of us will go. Willa, you will stay back.
Zoot will put
And when we
Winter
get
on the roof.
close enough, we should make sure that none of them are outside before Zoot flies up, though.
Yes.
Because once he flies up, he will be outside of Hector's spell. Yes?
Yes, unless we can get close to the siding trees, probably, yes, he'll be outside. Also, it's a windmill. It's very tall, yes.
Okay. Right. Here we go. All right, everybody roll stealth checks, please.
Do I have to roll one?
Yes, because you are sort of with the cart.
Yeah, I'm in the cart. Woo, child.
Am I rolling without pass without trace? Because I'm going up.
We're approaching first.
Okay, this is
approaching. This is approaching.
Okay,
So yeah,
great.
you are.
Great, yeah.
26 for me.
26.
22.
2.
32.
32.
38.
38.
This is a group check, right, Tyler? So what I roll doesn't matter.
What did
Yeah?
you roll?
Get a 1.
Did not get a 1. I
Okay.
got a 15.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
I
that's
rolled a-
pretty good.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah. So you all sort of make your way up towards the windmill, dodging branches and twigs lying around the ground, making sure that your footfalls are. And one of you actually does sort of. Zoot, you are trying to be super dexterous, and you step right on a twig, but Hector's right behind you, and you're expecting this loud crack. No sound comes from the stick on the ground as you put your full weight on it.
I step on it again.
And still, there's just no sound coming from it. Your footfall on that stick is just muffled.
You feel a hand on your shoulder, and it's Hector, and he's like, "Don't push your luck."
I could have used you on a couple of hunts.
You've got me now.
Okay, so you are now. You're just deeply into each other's eyes.
Yeah, no, continue.
You're all sort of moving through the brush towards the windmill. You're about 150, 100 or so feet away from it at this point. Are you splitting off to go from different sides? Zoot, you're going up with Willa or with Winnie.
I'm gonna hang back at like 120 feet.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
What did you want?
Shut up! How are you doing
It's
that?
drag, click, and drag. Click and drag.
Yeah.
Hector and Ezmerelda to the right. I'll go to the left, and Zoot will join me.
That sounds good. Okay, so you let's get a visual of this.
I'm going to snoop boot myself for my initiative bonus advantage.
Let's see. Okay. Snoop boop yourself for your initiative bonus.
Yes.
All right, so we've got. Zoot and Winnie are here. Hector
You ready to get your breath
Isadora
back?
are on this side. Ezmerelda
Isadora
on
is
that side.
upset we stopped, but Nell is so thrilled.
All right, place yourselves if you can where you think. I think I kind of got you in the spots I think you want to be in, but I just want to make sure.
I suggested Hector and Ezmerelda to try to have I don't know
Ooh,
where
okay,
people
yep,
should be.
yep,
I don't
yep,
care.
sorry. Okay,
Either
let me
way.
flip those. Okay. And Willie, you're actually probably back a little bit farther across the road.
I'm having problems right now getting Foundry to actually load. Okay, now I see me. I'm really far away. There I am.
Okay.
I haven't been back to this map in a while.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what took me a second to pull it up. I was like, oh shit, that's right. Let's get back to it. Okay. All
Are
right.
we ready?
Did you come up with a plan of
I
how you're going
will-
to communicate when it's time to go, when Zoot's going to fly? Who's making the first move?
I will make the first move, and I can send a message as well. What?
Zoot in air before illusion.
Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be the illusion.
Has Zoot picked
A
me up
young
first?
version. What?
Have we flown already?
No, we're not
I
up
thought
yet.
that's
The
what
illusion's
you-
first.
No,
Okay.
no, you should get Winter onto the roof first.
Oh, Winter on the roof first. Okay.
We don't want to lose time in battle with you
I
flying her.
can carry 355 weight, Winter. I think we established you were pretty light before.
I am not that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think what we said last time was that I could carry you without much issue because I'm 200 in weight, and you are definitely not over 155 pounds as a small 14-year-old child.
I'm not 14. I'm 16.
Maybe you are 155 pounds. Maybe that's a healthier weight for a 16-year-old than a 14-year-old.
Just pick me up.
Okay, I'll pick you up. Good God.
All right, you're up.
Okay. A young version of Willa emerges from the forest crying. It's a little girl. That is me, a young version, and she's calling out for her mom.
Anyone who can see Hector would see like a moment of surprise. Actually, nobody could see Hector. He rolled a 38 on stealth.
He's literally invisible. He's standing right next to you, and he's fucking invisible.
I'd love to prep and hold a guiding bolt if I can.
Prep and hold a guiding bolt from
Yeah.
that side of the door. Okay.
Before Zoot flies back down, Zoot, can I do some wizard magic on you?
Sure, wait, as long as it doesn't make me heavier or you heavier.
No, it does not.
Okay, we're getting close to the limit. These great axes aren't light, you know.
Yeah, I know. I have to figure out some cool carrying thing for you so it subtracts the weight from later. I put my
So whisper,
hand...
we're getting close to the top.
Okay. I'll put my hand on you, and I will cast Enhance Ability. So I choose Bear's Endurance.
I was gonna say, I'm
you
gonna
will
guess
have-
probably strength or
Yeah.
con.
Yeah, it's gonna give you advantage on con checks, and you gain 2d6 temp HP.
2d6. Great. Are you rolling that? You roll that. I'll just add it.
Okay. That's double 4s, so that's +8.
Nice. +8.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I got 74 health going into this. I guess that makes me the tank.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the illusion of a young Willa appears on the road. Hector, you were saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say if anybody can see Hector, that there's like a momentary like look of surprise on his face because that's not what he was expecting to walk out of the woods. But he obviously knows that that's like part of the plan. So then in a couple seconds, he just kind of like whatever recomposes himself.
Mama, where are you? I'm scared. Can you come out? Can anyone help me?
Oh my god.
And then
that's
she just
Willa.
starts to cry. I'm not crying on stream. Just pretend.
So this little girl, this image of this little girl appears. And Hector and Isadora, you hear as the door swings out. And Isadora, the one you remember as Bella, steps out and just sort of looks around again.
I don't know what we're doing. I'm gonna release my guiding bolt. I don't think we're waiting. She's out here alone without her sister. I want to release my spell
All right.
before this goes any fucking further. I don't want to lose every advantage of surprise. we have.
Okay, surprise. All right, surprise round. So let's everybody roll initiative.
I dropped Winnie on her head. How much damage does that
Okay.
do?
Everybody roll initiative, but we'll have a surprise round before we jump into the initiative order.
I should have given myself the temp HP. My gosh.
I got a 7, not a 20. That's not against stealth. I got a 7.
Others?
14.
Also 14.
Hector?
14 is Hector's bonus, so he has a 32.
Broken ass build. Winnie?
8.
Okay, oh, I gotta roll for Eds too. Oh, not bad. 18 for Ed. All right, so it'll be Hector, Ezmerelda, Isadora, Willa simultaneously, Winnie, and then Zoot, bringing up the rear. All right, so Isadora, you release. You see Bella sort of just come out of the doorway, and the second you see her, you release that guiding bolt. Roll an attack.
Okay, is this a straight roller with advantage?
This would
done.
be. Oh, go ahead.
It was a 23
Okay.
on my first roll.
Well, it would be with advantage because you are ambushing.
I'll roll again to make sure I don't
roll.
crit.
Make sure you don't crit.
I do not.
Okay, so 23 hits. Roll that damage.
That is 16 points of radiant damage, and whoever next melee attacks her has advantage. I'd also like to bonus, I don't know how a surprise works, bonus action marker is my favored foe.
Okay. Favored foe. Was anybody else holding anything?
I was holding Winnie.
All right, so then if not, it is Hector's turn. Hector, what are you doing?
Hard for me to kind of see the grids. I don't know, they're not quite lining up, but Hector will move right up to Haggy person.
Yep.
And will, on his way, as he's running up, will cast Zephyr Strike on himself, using his bonus action. Yes. So his first attack will have advantage because of Guiding Bolt, I suppose?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Because you're attacking melee. Yep.
All right, so first roll was a 15, second roll was 24.
That spends the guiding bolt, right? It's like the first attack,
It
not
is
every
the
attack.
first attack that,
Yeah.
or I guess the next attack that
Whatever.
is melee has advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. What were those to hit? They
15 and a 24.
yes, 24 hits.
Okay. So That is 11 whips do slashing damage. Slashing damage. Second attack with the whip as part of extra attack. Would I have advantage to this one at all because it's a surprise round? I
Yes.
forget the mechanics. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That is a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
And that is another 9 damage with the whip. I need to remember how Gloomstalker works with their attacks. And I give myself 1 additional attack with Dread Ambusher, which will also be at advantage. 22 and 21.
22 and a 21. Those hit.
Yes,
Yeah.
those
Either
hit, okay.
the 21
Okay.
hits. So yeah.
All right, so that final attack does 11 slashing for the normal attack.
Mm-hmm.
Then it does an extra 7 damage for Dread Ambusher, and then it does 2 force damage from Zephyr Strike. So that's another 11 plus 9. 20 total.
So you just go absolutely nuts on this old woman who has just taken a guiding bolt sort of in the side from Isadora, and she turns to where the attack came from as you come up from behind her and just begin slashing across her back. And you see as your attacks hit and sort of blood starts to sort of just spray out from her back, the skin on her back as you expose it with your blade begins to transform right in that same moment.
Yikers.
It is.
With that being said, he will move back to back towards Ezmerelda.
All right. It is now Ezmerelda's turn. She is going to sort of look at you, Hector, as you come running back, and say,
Your
"Good
turn."
work, but can you do this?" And she will sort of run forward
I
and
love her.
What a jerk.
and she will take out sort of as she runs up. She you see she has her hand on her rapier, and then she immediately she notices what's happening with this hag as she begins to sort of change and transform, and she goes, fuck it, and she pulls from behind her, both of her hands disappear under her jacket, and then she whips out and she has double hand axes, and she just throws one at the creature. That is she's actually misses. So she you see her do this really freaking cool thing, and then she whips the hand axe, and it just sails a little bit wide, and you just hear her curse under her breath. She goes, and then swipes with her left hand, the axe in her left hand, and that one will hit.
Did you roll with advantage for her since she's surprising? Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Maybe?
you're right. I did not.
Oh.
Good point. First one still misses. So we'll go with the second. The second one definitely hits now. Does not crit. So as a melee attack, it is going to be 3 more points of slashing damage. She sort of digs the axe in her left hand into the back of the creature, and she just sort of spins it around as she pulls the axe out and says, "Your time has come." And she's going to stay right there. Isadora and Willa, you are up.
I'm just gonna run in and attack. I don't know if you have something you want to do first. Great, then I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Rush in and stab her once with my rapier.
Actually, can I do something simultaneously as she does that? simultaneously, young Willa transforms into an exact replica of Isadora
Okay.
and runs parallel with her.
Runs parallel with Isadora.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the illusion was sort of out on the road, so she can run up, she can run towards them.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can go there. Okay. So there are 2 Isadoras on the field at this point.
It's 21 to hit with my rapier.
21 hits.
And that is a beautiful roll for damage. With favored foe, that is 12 points of piercing damage.
Piercing.
And then with my bonus action, I will go ahead and spiritual weapon. And Tyler, if it's okay for a new flavor, she thinks about her brother as she casts, and instead of a regular rapier, her spiritual weapon looks like her lost parasol rapier.
Amazing. So spiritual weapon comes out. In the
that is a
form
21
of the
to hit?
parasol. 21 hits again.
Great.
He's getting chopped to bits.
God, 11 points of force damage. Those were the
Nice.
best battle
Love it.
rolls.
Will I do anything else?
Nope. Yeah, Isadora, she's just going, the image is just going to linger by Isadora.
Isadora, are you staying within melee?
Yep.
All right, Winnie, from up on the roof of the windmill, you see all of this go down. Zoot is kind of hovering, heading back towards the ground. What are you doing up there?
Are you gonna swing with your axe, bud?
Yeah. Well, I mean, dropping you on her would do a severe amount of damage and maybe kill her.
I was thinking that myself, but maybe.
And we
something
have the
heavier.
means to fix you up.
Do we? Do we, asks your cleric?
I'm on a good cycle, okay? I'm on a good cycle.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You're not dropping my sister onto a hag.
You're not
You're
there.
not-
You
you're
don't
not
hear
40
that
feet in
You
the
don't
air.
hear that conversation between the two of
Look,
them.
Winnie is sort of half partial to the idea, okay? It's in both our heads.
Excuse me.
I was
I
thinking
can
of-
send you a message that says you're not gonna drop my sister.
The
Instantaneous.
problem is, if we both drop at the same time, that's even more weight. And we gotta be really trusting on Isadora here to at least pick us back up if we both immediately go
The
down.
other thing is, Lady Isadora and Ezmerelda are literally right next to them. So if our aim isn't great, if I don't do the math right, it could hit them.
Please, I have dive bombed many a sphinx. Okay, I think I can aim for a tiny hag. What's the difference?
Okay, so I'm going to. Do you want me to? I can buff up your axe, Zoot.
Yeah, sure.
If you're gonna go down swinging.
Yeah, let's go down swinging.
Okay.
It literally takes no actions. Take the voice off. It literally takes no actions for me to just stop flying and we fall to the ground. So we can hit the ground, see if we're still up, and then go at her from on top of her. So having a powerful axe would be nice.
Well, I thought you were gonna hit her with the axe, not your body.
Well, I was thinking maybe both. We need everything we can get, right? And if dropping to the ground.
This is only one of them, though. There's two of them.
Yeah, please. Look, you get on my back, I will cushion your fall. If I'm first and you're behind me, you're gonna fall onto me. You won't take. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I don't think that's the way damage works there. Here, you go first. I'll get the second one. Okay? You get the first one. I'll be ready for the second one. But
I'm ready.
I'll cast heat metal on your axe. So
I don't think that's how that works. Heat metal hurts people. I think if you cast it on me, I'm gonna drop it.
It says you could do it on a weapon, right?
Yeah, but you do it on somebody else's weapon to get them to drop it.
Dang it!
It's just gonna make it really hot for Zoot to hold.
I hate myself. Why don't I learn?
It's fine. He's a dragon. He loves hot.
Yeah,
Zoot's an acid
Yeah.
dragon, I thought.
acid fire. I mean, they both burn, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
I will. Gosh. Okay. I will hold my action for when the second one, if the second one comes out. Actually, can I use my? Yeah. I'll hold my action for when the second one comes out, and I will cast Tasha's Caustic Brew on her from above, if I can.
Oh yeah, you said this is. Okay. I'm gonna Winnie, you would know, and you've tried this before, and you got this feedback the last time you tried to heat metal in combat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say that with your artificer skills, you would know to
Can I
heat.
change
You
it?
would be able to heat the blade and not the tang in the handle.
Go, let's go.
I'm going to
It's
say that
time.
because you're an artificer and because you have magical tinkering, that you are able to imbue Zoot's blade without the part that he's touching taking damage. I'm going to fucking rule that because that is
That's
absolutely something that an artificer would be able to come up with and think through. So if you want to cast heat metal,
Yes.
go for it. Okay. So
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, so you're going to cast
Oh.
heat metal and Zoot. So basically you are going to... What spell slot are you casting it at? What level?
Just doing it at first level.
Okay. Is it a second
Or
level
is
spell?
Is it a second level? Then second level.
Yeah, I think it's a second level spell.
Yeah, second
Okay.
level.
So Zoot, you'll add 2d8 of fire damage to any attack that hits with that blade for the next minute.
Great. +2. I'll take it. 2 + 2 fire damage.
No, plus 2d8.
Oh, plus 2d8. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the d8 cut out in my
Yeah,
head.
oh,
for a
sorry.
minute.
Yeah. Plus 2d8 fire damage.
I'll take the 2d8
Yeah.
as well. Great.
And I say, just don't touch the sharp end.
And I say, brace yourself.
Fudge. God damn it. God damn it. Wait, have I stepped away from you? Have you put me on the roof yet?
Not yet. We were up.
You were in
We
a surprise.
flying
Yeah,
up.
you were flying up. So are you gonna? So that was Winnie. That was your turn. You're still being held by Zoot. Zoot, are you taking no action and just ceasing?
Oh, I didn't know it was
'Cause
my
you're-
turn yet.
Yeah, you're up next. Yeah, Winnie and then
I'm
Zoot.
next.
Yep.
Great. On my turn,
Still,
I'm
this
gonna
is the end of the surprise round.
fly. I'm gonna fly. How many squares is this? 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. Oh, actually, I don't even need to go that way. I can cut the tower. I'm flying. 1, 2, 3. Wait, where the hell is she? 3. Oh,
Just right here.
4. God damn it! I can't go down here because the stupid tower's locked away. So I do have to go diagonal. Hold on. 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 6. I think I'm actually out of space. Shoot.
You dash.
I
dash
could,
while
but then I can't. I can dash, but then I won't get to
Attack.
attack. Where's my speed? Is it just 30? It's just 30.
What about
So
your
I can
flying
dash
speed?
and still. I think it's just 30. I think I get a flying speed of my speed. So the question is, do I want to dash to get over her, and then our attack is we drop all our weight on her and see if it crushes her to death, or do I want to not dash?
I'm
Oh,
gonna get off before you do the drop, I think.
yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna fly over here instead.
So I'll
So that's
I'll get on
1.5,
the roof
2.5,
here.
3.5. Yeah, here. I'll do this. 1.5, 2.5 get you there. Or sorry, 1, 2. You get off on the roof. So you might have to do that, Tyler. But I'm gonna drop Winnie on the roof over there. 3.5, 4.5, 5.5 gets me there. All right, screw it. 6.5, 7 or 8 I'm going to use my bonus action to rage, and then I'm going to use my not action to just stop flying and plummet onto her.
So you rage, you drop like dead weight out of the sky. She looks up. She needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my
That
God.
she fails. So you take falling straight down 40 feet. Ooh, I rolled high. 4d6 damage. That is 18. But I believe that when you fall on something, you split it evenly between the two of you. So
Great.
you take
So let's
9
split
and
it.
she takes 9.
9 damage. I'll take it.
Well, and if you're raging, do you have it where
And you would take
have
half
yet?
damage. 'Cause-
Yeah. No.
Oh, it's bludgeoning. It's
'Cause
just
it's bludgeoning
bludgeoning. 'Cause It's just
damage.
normal
Yes,
bludgeoning.
it's
I
not-
take,
yeah.
I take
So you
4
take
damage.
4.
Thank you. She takes 9.
Amazing.
So shoot kamikaze down straight. Do you go head first or feet first, Zoot?
Probably feet first is the tradition, just like a
first.
wyvern.
Sit on her.
And when I rage, I actually get a because of my new powers, I get either a tail or, I mean, I'll probably go for the tail, but let me just check. I will go for the tail because that gives me some range. I get a 10-foot tail attack. Great, I got my tail and my wings. I'm in full mode. I'm gonna kill her. Bye.
Oh, Wyvernborn mode. Okay. All right. We are top of the round. Surprise round is over. Hector, you are up.
Hector's ready to make a statement and then probably eat his fucking words.
That's
Let's
good.
see. Hector, does not let me move my token. Ah! See, oh, is it because I have the measuring tool on? How does one turn that off? Yep, I'm lost. I have something selected here where I guess I'm not able to move my token. I want to move back up to the witch or the hag.
Up to the hag? Okay.
Yeah. And I would move like just exactly like north of
Ezmerelda. Yep.
Ezmerelda. And as he comes in, he's gonna turn to Ezmerelda and be like, "You're right, I can't do that. I hit with all my attacks." And then
Roll for vicious mockery.
and then this is where I'm absolutely just gonna miss.
It's gonna be incredible.
14.
14 misses.
There it
Nice.
is. Yep.
That was with your rapier?
No, I have a
Or your whip, sorry. Yeah, that, so you sort of like, Zoot has landed on her and hasn't moved. So you kind of just got Zoot in the way, and you're trying to like sneak the whip in onto the side, and you just like skid it off the ground between the two of them. You staying put?
I get the extra attack.
Oh,
so I'll
yes, you
another
do.
attack, yes. And a 26 will hit. though.
26 will hit.
Okay. And that does another 11 slashing damage.
11 slashing damage as the whip
Yeah.
cuts across her back yet again. And she just like curses in rage, this monstrous form, now fully transformed, as those attacks were sort of pummeling her. And you just hear her yell, Adela!
That was their
That's
name.
it.
Couldn't remember. Writing that down.
And it is Ez's turn. And she just sort of looks at you, Hector, and just smirks.
He was in the way.
And she just goes, I am sure. And then she takes out, she sort of, the one hand axe is gone. She puts the other one back, pulls out yet another short sword. You don't understand where all these weapons are coming from on her body. She's a small frame. And she is going to attack with that short sword. That is a 19 plus 5 to hit. Or 19 plus 7 to hit. And that is 8 points of damage. As she stabs in with the short sword, you all are going to stay sort of around the creature. And as Ezmerelda approaches, you hear from inside, "Sister, what is happening?" And that's all you hear. Isadora, you're up.
I'm gonna stab with the rapier and then stab with the umbrella. That is only a 15 to hit with the rapier.
15 misses.
Great. That is a 25 with the spiritual weapon.
25 spiritual weapon, and that's radiant, correct?
Radiant. Yep. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay, Hector, roll a perception check for me.
Absolutely. $23.
Okay, you recognize as you saw Ezmerelda's sword plunge into the hag's back, you see the damage, the glint off the sword is clearly, it's a silver-tipped weapon. And you note that that plunge of the short sword did far more sort of disruption to the hag's exterior than just your whip did. That's
Gotta
just
get a silver
something you note. Yep, Isadora.
Sorry, Tyler. It was force damage, but it was actually 9 points of force damage.
Sorry, 9 points of force damage.
Get it, James.
That's right, not radiant damage.
Yeah. Which I'm...
Zoot's raging. Zoot is raging. All right, Willa, you're up.
So I hear the other hag yell, right?
From inside the house.
Awesome. So little clone of Isadora just disappears.
Okay.
Bye.
And I close my eyes and take a step forward and cast Enemies Abound on the sister coming out of the building. Why can't I move me? Okay, there.
Okay, so that's not an attack roll. That's a saving throw, I'm assuming?
Yes. The save is intelligence.
All right.
Please don't be smart.
That is a 15.
Fuck. All right, never mind.
You reach the spell towards the creature and you try to penetrate, and you're blocked, and you note that the creature probably has some type of barriers in place to help protect from attacks like that.
Okie
The
dokie.
spell just fizzles. Are you moving any closer, or are you staying put?
I'm just gonna be here, hanging out in the middle of the
All
field,
right. Winnie.
chilling.
I'm just looking up how our spell works. Okay. Is there anywhere on this roof that leads into the top part of the windmill? like a like a hatch or something?
Yeah.
that-
So you've landed on the roof, and you can clearly see a hatch down into the windmill.
Mhm.
It's right in front of you.
All right. Can I take a peek inside, see if there are any hostages or kids inside?
Yes. So you peek down.
Did you want me to re-roll for stealth?
Are you going in, or are you just sort of lifting the door and looking in?
I'm lifting the door and looking.
Okay. If you're just looking in, you lift open the door, and you see this sort of empty space. Maybe. With the gears of the windmill, you remember this space. You've been in here before.
Yeah.
With another trapdoor leading down to the next level below.
Mm-hmm. Can I open the second door and take a peek?
I would say you can drop in and get to it and open it. You're not going to be able to go down another level.
That's fine. I just kind of want to look to
Okay.
see on the
You go down one more, or you open the door, peer down one more level. And you are able to see as you look down sort of from the top of the ladder that's there. You see that small alcove with the stacked crates where you and Isadora were kept. You see bundles of clothes and other objects. The bed sort of recently slept in, but no other beings that you can see from just peeking through the trapdoor. Is that your turn?
You're muted, Kelsey.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, because there's no way for me to get over here to look out the window, is there?
Not this turn.
Okay. Then yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. You are now inside the old bone grinder. Zoot, it is your turn. You are raging.
Wait, I am raging. I have tail. Where is? Oh, is she still under me?
She's still under you.
Oh, good. I enjoyed that. I will fight, and so my tail is also oh, that's nice. Okay. Great. I'm going to recklessly attack. That's a thing I can do, right? Yep. I'm going to recklessly attack because my curse, the curse of Zoot, means I have disadvantage on all my attacks, which sucks. Just to recap that. So by recklessly attacking, I'll negate that. Unless, does attacking of... Is she prone if I fell on her?
Well,
or
you
is
are both prone when you fall.
both prone.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
you'll both land
I'll
prone, so
spend
you'll
half
take half
my
your
movement to stand up.
Yep.
Do I have advantage if she's prone and I'm not, and it's a melee attack?
Yes. So that would negate it without having to be reckless.
Great. Then I'm not going to be reckless.
Okay.
Because fuck that. And instead, I am going to take an attack with my battle axe of +2. So I'm
That
going to
is
take.
Also glowing, as if
Oh, yeah, and
recently
it's also got the
removed from
extra
a
fire
blacksmith's
damage.
forge.
Correct. My forged axe of +2. And I'm going to take off the special effects so people can actually see what the hell I'm. All right, so it's 1d20 plus 8. I got a. I'm using my. Where's my I have 2 perversity points left.
Yes, you do.
I have 1 perversity point after this. I got a. I'll take an 18 plus 8 for 26.
That'll hit.
I'm gonna do so it's gonna be 3d8 plus double damage because of my curse. Is the double damage just the battle axe, or is the double damage also the battle axe?
It would just be the battle axe.
Great.
Yeah.
So if it's just the battle axe, it's gonna be 2d8 of battle axe, and then it's gonna be 2d8 of fire damage, and that's all gonna be plus 5. So I'm gonna do 23. Damn, those are
Holy
low.
shit.
I'm gonna do 20. This is a low one. Is 23. Slashing / fire damage.
Which is slashing, which is fire.
Let's make the top 2 slashing, bottom 2 fire.
Actually, this is a +2 battle axe, right?
It is a +2 battle
Doesn't matter
axe,
then.
so
Okay. All
great.
good.
I'll take it. 23 total.
Zoo.
And that's my action. So as a bonus action, I got nothing. That's it. Sorry. I'm done. I'll just stay on her.
And you're just gonna stay standing right over her.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm standing on her, if possible.
Okay, she is going to attempt to get away from you. Roll a strength check for me, Zoot. Or roll a strength saving throw for me.
Don't mind if I do. Advantage on strength saving throws in rage. So it's a 10. It's a 10 plus 3 is 13.
Yeah, she rolled a 17. She is going to sort of be able to, in her hag form, push off of you, and she is going to take a swipe at you with her claws. That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay.
Should have put my shield on. Oh well.
That is 11 points of slashing damage as her claw just rakes across the front of you as she sort of
her magic claw or
levitates
her
off.
normal claw?
Her magic claw.
Ah, you got me there.
She'll sort of levitate in the air and land back on her feet. And sort of as she does, the door swings open again, and you see a second form
Wait a sec. There's a
out the doorway in this sort of bottlenecked area where you all are. And she
Get out
is
of here, you
going
ugly
to
witch.
she is going to sort of look and just kind of see who's closest to you all. It's going to be
Me. It's gotta be me. I'm like killing her sister, right?
She's
Come
gonna,
on, if
she's
she
gonna
doesn't hit
see,
me, I'm
I was
gonna
gonna
be
say,
offended.
she's gonna see the wyvernborn that is over her sister, because that's what I rolled, and is going to take a pot shot
Hit me!
at you, Zooty Zoot.
Hit me! I roll a d8. My AC as a reaction is actually 22. I got an 8 on that d8. My tail. So that's the thing the tail does. The tail is an attack, but it also, I can swipe it up, and it like swipes attacks out of my way. So I have a temporary AC of 22 for this attack.
You see her lift this clawed finger up at you, and she is going to sort of mutter an evocation under her breath. And that is a 26 to hit.
Oh, you bitch.
Sorry.
Just for that, I'm going to Divine Smite the next time I hit your sister.
I'm sorry. Actually, I need you to make a. Oh, I see.
Constitution
No,
save?
that's
Con
right.
save?
So
Wisdom
you'll make
save?
a con save at the beginning.
I'm
of
good
your,
at all of them.
You'll make a con save at the end of your next turn.
Right.
But right now, you feel as this spell hits you, you feel the energy kind of drain from your arms. You will only deal half damage with your battle axe from now on until you're able to pass that con save.
From
as
now
casts,
on,
as she
okay.
casts Ray of Enfeeblement on you.
I'm done. Pass it to Nell or
And she
someone.
just looks and just snarls. Hector, you're up.
Okay. So the one sister, that Zoot pounced, she is standing up now currently.
Yes, they are both up on their feet.
Okay.
And since she can't actually occupy that same space, we are going to say this one is here, and this one is here, and Zoot is here, just for...
Okay. So I cannot move my token.
The one that Zoot landed on is looking rough.
I wanna move diagonally up to the right, away from the
Towards where Winnie's
kind of where
token is?
kind of where the wagon is,
Okay.
like the tip of the wagon. I don't know why I can't. Well, I still want to stay in range of the
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I have a 10-foot range. So I will attempt to hit the weaker looking one with my whip still.
Okay. Roll for attack.
Does an 18 hit?
18 just hits.
Woo! First one will do 9 slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh yeah!
We've all
So,
enough, y'all.
What
From
was
last
that?
time that we were here. Just the glow up from last time we were here till now is wild.
I mean, 5 levels does wonders. Or 4, I guess it's 4 levels since the
What?
last time you've been here.
So I'm
So you're muted.
Were we level 1 or were we like level 2?
I think you were
when
level
we got
3.
here? Okay. Yeah, that's like 4 levels, 3
Yeah.
or 4 levels.
3 levels.
3 levels.
so
Is
I
that Taylor? Was that Taylor? Did you just say hi to Taylor?
I did.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi Taylor.
James and
Hi,
Sam
Taylor.
and Nell say hi. Oh, Kelsey did too. Liana's
I feel
just
like the
distracted.
stream
Oh no, she just
probably
waved.
is gonna chime in.
Everybody says hi to you.
Um,
Oh,
So
hi,
the
Ala.
Twitch chat.
Oh, the Twitch chat.
Everybody in Twitch chat says hi. Hi, Taylor.
I would like for my whip to wrap around her neck, and then for me to pull on the whip and actually decapitate her.
Yep. So you, Zoot, you get a front row seat, and Isadora, you do as well. As you just watch from over your shoulder, this whip comes from out of nowhere, spins around 4 times, and then you just watch as it wrenches off. And Zoot and Isadora, you are just sprayed with this sort of black ooze that shoots out of this hag's neck as she, and the head just lolls on the ground. You just hear a scream of pain and rage from the other creature as it watches its sister.
Well, it's probably not gonna like me when I move into attack range for it and also attack it.
Okay, you are going to split your movement, move back there, and make an attack.
Yeep. That's not gonna hit. That was a like an 11. Yeah, an 11.
11's not going to hit.
Yep, no. Hector will drop his Zephyr Strike though.
Okay.
And with his bonus action, he is going to cast Healing Spirit. And he is going to cast it right by Zooty Boy. I guess we can do it in the square
Sick,
mode.
you do healing?
Yes.
Sick!
So Healing Spirit, call forth a Nature Spirit. It goes in a 5-foot cube. Until the spell ends, whenever you are a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. Actually, can we cast it in the square where Zoot is?
Yeah.
Okay. So I cast it on the square where Zoot is.
Great.
So Zoot, when you start your turn there, we can roll and you can get 1d6 hit points.
He's blinded by the healing spirit.
What the hell is this thing? What is this?
It'll help.
Ezmerelda is going to reach over your shoulder, Zoot, and she's going to say, look at you, Hector, and just say, nice work. And from out of her hand, she is going to... You're going to watch as she twists her hand in the air and just spins her wrist, and 3 magical bolts are going to fly from her hand.
Ooh.
And she
got tricks.
Hit her. Those are auto hits. Got to love it. 4, 4, 7, 9 points of damage. And she is going to look to you, Isadora, and say, there are only 2, yes?
Yeah, yes.
All right, then she's going to fucking bolt into the windmill. And she just runs through the door. And runs inside and sort of disappears from your view.
You go this way, I'll go home.
Isadora Willa, you are up.
I was just gonna stab. Do you have
Good one.
anything fancy?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up casually, like around here, and I'm gonna cast Shatter right in this area behind it.
That does everything casually.
That's a saving throw?
Yeah.
Dex? Or wisdom?
Constitution.
Okay. Either.
Yeah.
Ooh, she rolled high. That is in 19.
Okay, so half as much on a successful one. So let me roll damage. So it's 3d8 plus 1d8. Wait, no, it's just 3d8. I lied. 3d8. How do I? Sorry, I have a new dice roller because the one that I did doesn't show anymore. Okay, so 3d8. I rolled 19, so half a 19.
All right, 9 points of damage. Nice.
All right. I'm sorry. Any bone? Were you done?
Yeah, I don't think it does anything else
Not half damage.
except for it just makes a really loud noise.
Then I will move up and down a little bit to give Zoot room if he wants to come in. I will try to stab her with my rapier. That was a 14. That'll miss.
14
I'll
misses.
yeet my spiritual weapon around to try to hit her. That's a 19.
19 hits.
All right, I'm gonna move my favorite foe to her. So that is 11, 12 points of force damage.
That's force damage. Nice. Winnie, we are jumping back. You are up in this, peering down from the attic into the second floor. Do you want to move down the ladder? You're muted, Kels.
I do.
Okay, so you climb down the ladder. I'll say that takes half your movement to climb all the way down from the top floor to the second floor.
And I want to see if I can find any of our things over here.
Yep, roll an investigation check.
Roll an investigation, he says. Oh. Investigation. Yes. So that's a 26.
26. You are sort of rifling through this pile of clothes, and you note, similarly as before, they're all just small. These tiny pieces of clothing, clearly from these children who these women are, these creatures are stealing. And you are looking and searching and trying to find anything that...
Wait, I can do my thing.
and do your thing.
Yeah, the thing.
Remember we talked about this?
You can do
It's
your
never good news when Kelsey says that.
You can do your thing. Which, Kelsey, we talk about so many things. Which one are you specifically referring to right now?
I'll message you the
Okay.
one.
Okay.
The Tyler, where are you on Facebook?
Oh, because the parasol. Yes, you can. Yes, you
Yes.
can. Okay.
Yeah.
So you tap into that connection that you have with one of your inventions because you imbued Lady Isadora's parasol with the magical ability to change color and appearance. And you get that sort of homing beacon. You turn around, go through and around this pile of boxes and crates, and tucked behind is this small door that opens into the concrete wall. And all of the objects that were on you and Isadora way back when you were first taken by these hags
That +3 longsword.
are sitting. Yeah, sure.
I remember it.
Yeah, and there was a Vorpal sword there too.
Hang on a sec. Hang on. Let me get my sword.
A gallon of holy water? Of course.
I'm pretty sure there was a sun sword. Like, I'm almost 100% certain.
Oh right, yeah.
but there was
They
my
found that. They
rapier.
found that at level 1, and then lost it immediately after they found it. Yeah.
Sam, my rapier, my holy symbol.
Your holy
all
symbol
of
is
the
back.
Gifts from my siblings, except for Klaus, who is back at the guards.
Fucking Klaus.
I'm gonna cry.
So, Winnie, are you doing anything? Or are you just grabbing your shit? Do you want to run down the stairs? Do you want to stay put?
I figured that was my action. It's like I get down and I find our stuff and I just shove everything into my bag of holding.
Okay, so everything goes back into the bag of holding.
Except for my sword. I keep that out.
Okay. Zoot, you are up. You've got a
I
creature
fight.
in front of you.
I kill. I
Ezmerelda has run
destroy.
past you into the windmill.
Excellent. So I'm gonna have to look at the Twitch stream because mine just says, "Oh, there it goes. It just loaded."
Yeah, sorry, it was loading.
Up. Yep. Okay. I go here. I lied. I have speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I go here.
Okay.
I like the flanking with Hector. We're buddies. Look at us.
Advantage because you're flanking.
And that removes my
Will negate your
disadvantage from my
disadvantage.
course. And then I will fight with. You know what? I'm gonna grab this battle axe in my hands with 2 hands since I didn't get my shield anyway. That's a D10. And I will divine smite if this hits. I don't think I need to declare that now, but just so you know. So without the disadvantage, this is only a +8. Where's my? Gotta go my dice roller one more time. All right. +8 says I. That's a 19.
Oh, dang.
+8. I'll take a 27.
That hits.
And I'm going to divine smite. And does the remind me again? Does the double damage affect smites or again just the weapon attack?
Weapon attacks.
Great. Okay. Double the. I'm gonna update that on my sheet so I can
Don't
just
forget
clarify
your
that.
fire damage.
Yeah. So
And your
so the
2d8
grand
fire
total
damage.
will be 2d10 for the dual handing, 2d8 for the fire, and I divine smite. So let's throw another 2d8 on. All of this +5, and I got a 1, a 2, a 2, and a 2.
No. But still.
All added up, +5, not 8, is 25 damage.
A nice 25 points of damage as the
Mix of
glowing-
radiant fire and slashing.
glowing hot magical battle axe
On a 1, a 2, a 2, and 2.
digs
I wanna
into
reroll that.
the
How high
shoulder,
could that
like
have
in
been?
between the clavicle of the creature.
Oh, God, don't make me sick.
Just down.
I just rerolled for fun so I could see the 45 I would have gotten.
Bud.
Yeah, it's okay.
All good. All damage is good damage.
25. 25. That's it. That's my
Your
action.
damage,
That's my.
Heather.
That's my nothing else.
Um,
Oh shit! Add 2 more to that. So it's 27 because of rage. I always forget the
yes,
rage
rage.
plus 2. Always forget the rage plus 2.
Isn't it a +2 weapon as well?
That's included. I do have that. It's that when I'm raging I need that. So it's 27.
Yep, got it. The creature is
I'm done.
going to look at this situation and its options, and it's going to try to flee away from the windmill. So Zoot, Isadora, and Hector, you will all get opportunity attacks as it moves away from you. We are all able to swipe at it as it runs by.
I have disadvantage.
So make those attack rolls.
That is actually a 22 or 23 with disadvantage.
Nice.
Before you roll, Hector.
I already wrote. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'll guiding bolt it because I'm a warcaster, so I can do that. I don't know, actually, Tyler. I guess we're swinging simultaneously, so my guiding bolt wouldn't help. Never mind. Go wild, Hector.
Oh, you're muted, Sam. Sam, you there? You're muted.
I was wondering why nobody had a reaction to me saying I rolled a nat 20 like 3 times.
Nice. Roll that.
I was like, I
Double the
rolled a nat
dice.
20, and then I was like, yeah, guiding bolt, yeah, just go wild. And I'm like, I know.
Hector, you
I
need help.
did.
Hector, you need help.
I know. I rolled a nat 20. I know. I rolled a nat 20.
How are we handling crits in the
Double the dice.
double the dice?
You can either take the number or just roll double,
Change
whatever
to
you want to do.
rolling.
I'm gonna take the number.
No. This is my actual roll, Kelsey,
Oh,
because I get essentially an auto crit with all the disadvantage. So I got an 18 plus 5. I got a 23 on that. On that attack of opportunity, I got a 23.
To
So
hit.
it will do
That's almost as
14
much as you
slashing
did with your...
damage.
14 points.
Yeah, 14 slashing.
Okay. Zoot.
I got a 23 slashing.
Isadora. Guiding bolt.
No. I'm gonna drop spiritual weapon to call up spirit guardians.
Okay.
So she has to make a wisdom saving throw for damage, and her speed is halved.
I forgot the 2 again. It was 25. Raging still counts for attacks of opportunities. It was 25, not 23. Damn it. Damn it. Ah!
She rolled a 15 on her wisdom save.
All right, she succeeds her wisdom save, so she takes, that was 14 total, so half to 7 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And her speed is halved. And that's all.
Is half. She's looking real rough as she sort of runs away from y'all. Hector, it is your turn now. Back
So
to the top of the order.
Hector's like, she's gonna make me practice, huh? And then stows his whip away, pulls out his longbow, knocks an arrow, and tries to hit her from long range. So, dirty 20 will hit. Yes.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. First attack will do 10 damage,
Okay.
piercing.
Yep. 10 piercing.
And then second attack does a 16 hit.
16 does not hit.
Son of a
Arrow
bitch.
sails over her shoulder as the first one plunges into her back. Still up, but she's sort of stumbling now.
Hector will give chase after her, and I think he might actually have enough squares where he would catch up to her and get another attack of opportunity.
5, 10,
Again, I cannot move my token. I have no
20.
clue why. But yeah.
All right. You are there.
And that'll be his turn.
Cool. Ezmerelda is inside. None of you can see sort of what she's doing. So
I
Isadora
can
and
hear.
Willa. She's
I can
not up to
smell.
you yet, Winnie.
I mean, I'm gonna brush up and stab her and spirit guardians her.
Okay.
So Willa, I don't know what you've got.
I was just gonna roll up while you do that and attempt to grab her by the throat, and we're gonna do some inflict wounds on her.
Guys, this is the first time in this campaign my upped speed has let me get to an enemy I wouldn't have otherwise gotten to on the turn. That mobile feat at first level.
Mobile.
We're finally using it. All right.
All right, roll
I'm
for an
gonna-
attack, Isadora.
Yup. With my rapier. That's a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
With 11 points of piercing damage. And then my spirit guardians travel with me. So I think they look like stars. I think my spirit guardians are just dozens of twinkling floating stars, and she needs to make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Fun fact: the twinkling
Ooh,
actually
rolled two
is
twos.
because of the atmosphere. So if the stars exist next to
Well-
you, they're not going through the atmosphere, so they might not twinkle.
My stars are fucking twinkling.
Magical twinkling stars.
It
Fail
was
that
a
wisdom
shit
save.
damage roll. That was 6 points of radiant
6
damage.
points. Willa, melee spell attack for inflict wounds.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of roll up in front of her, and I am going to. Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 to
22
hit.
hits.
I am going to reach out to her neck. I'm gonna grab it. So that is 3.
8. Or 3d10.
3D.
sorry.
Oh, fuck.
3d10 necrotic.
Woo! We love to see it. 3d10. 3d10. 22.
22 points of damage.
Yep.
How do you two simultaneously want to do this?
So I'm gonna say to her in her mind, you know, it's funny. I killed your sister the same way.
Oh
Damn!
shit! And Isadora?
I don't have any fancy text. My rapier stabs in, and the stars twinkle so brightly they're fucking blinding.
Okay, the rapier stabs in. Twinkle, twinkle. I love it.
My little black shit creeps out again. Like it did with the other one.
Yeah.
I roar in the
Enveloped her.
distance.
Zoot roars in approval of the death of this hag.
It's the end of the campaign, guys. Is this really what the story was?
Yeah.
Gotta kill them hags.
Get revenge on the hags.
Without the hags, I don't really know where it goes from here.
Yeah.
And you hear from far to the east,
Uh-oh.
What?
all of you are
Okay.
able to hear just a low wailing.
That can't be good.
Ominous.
But for now, it seems like you all are alone at this windmill, and we're going to take a break. Very
Yeah.
quickly.
No break.
We're going to take a break. We will be right back. We'll take a 5. We'll be back at 9:40.
9:40.
9:40.
9:40.
Thank you, 940.
Be right back.
Because this is a show.
A little bit.
Okay, great. Well, the good news. Oh shoot, we're live. I can't say anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
Secret news.
Secret
Find out
news.
Wednesday when the quelmar schedule drops.
Secret tunnel.
Guys, let's
Secret
loot some hag
announcement.
bodies.
All right. Y'all are scattered sort of around the outside. Ezmerelda's gone inside. Winnie, you are upstairs.
I'm heading inside.
Heading inside.
I'm about to I want to break some
Is
shit.
everybody heading inside?
If their bodies still exist, I'd like to check their bodies out here
Same.
before I go inside.
Okay. So the two of you are going to go. Hector and Isadora are looking for the bodies. Zoot, what are you doing?
I'll keep watch outside. I'll be at the door.
Zoot will stay
There's
outside?
nothing in this for me.
Okay.
I'll say, hey, if you can get any pies, I wouldn't mind having a few extra on hand.
I give him the thumbs up.
All right. Isadora and Hector, roll investigation checks for me. Because you do see two bodies are there.
Is this a site-based investigation? I hate to ask, but
Tis.
yeah, I thought it might be.
And
That was a nat 1 with a -1. That was a whole 0.
nice. Okay.
Is she just like stumbling around outside? Like
I just trip over the
There's
body
just like
as I walk up to it.
there's like a bush next to the body, and you're really interested in that.
You're like, this body's way more prickly than I remembered. I rolled a 17.
Okay, 17. So you're able to sort of go through, and nothing really on the body itself of the first one. And then you find something.
Oh, good.
And then you head over to the other one and you find a similar something.
What do I find, Tyler?
Two sort of black gems are held on pendants around each of the creature's necks.
Oh God, do I have that? I don't believe I do.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything useful. Did we loot the other hag's body back in the city?
The other hag's body crumbled to dust.
Right.
These
Yeah.
two, though, are staying sort of corporeal and
Give me just a second.
yeah. Willa and Winnie, you two meet back inside.
Winnie, thank God. Hi.
What up?
Well, guess what? Great news. Ding dong, the hags are dead.
Yeah. Awesome.
You feel like breaking some shit? I feel like breaking some shit. Tyler, is there anything around I can break? I want to break some shit.
Ezmerelda is inside, and she hears you say, break some shit, and she goes, whoa, wait. Some of these could be dangerous to just break, others may be important.
I'm not finished looking around, too, so why don't you... I do have something you can break that I think would be good.
Would it? Because I really didn't get to do much out there.
If you go all the way up, there's some gears up there, and if you want to break those, that'd be cool.
There's some what?
Up in the attic.
What's up there?
It's the gears that turn the windmill, that help the grinder grind the bones of children to put in the pies.
Oh, I don't know how to break those. That seems like a you job.
No, you just hit it. Go up there and hit it with some stuff.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'll... There I go! I'm gonna go up
I
and...
continue to look around for, stuff in this house.
What are you looking for specifically?
Isadora said she got her soul taken from her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for.
I'm looking for that.
Okay.
Like some sort of bottled piece of soul somewhere.
Yeah.
In a cupboard.
That is not hard to find, because as you come down the stairs, you notice sort of across one side of the wall, you see...
How many bottles?
It's more than you can count just at a glance. There are hundreds of sort of clay, ceramic, porcelain, glass, vials and bottles of different sizes and shapes, sort of covering the shelves on one of the walls. They're, bottles are 5, 10 deep on these large shelves that are just sort of hanging up on the stone walls over the food preparation counter, the various other, stove and fireplace and range. They're all sort of throughout are these shelves of bottles. And you remember, Winnie, that you watched as Granny sort of apparated a bottle out of thin air as she approached Isadora with the terms of the deal. So you know that bottle, there's something to these bottles that are all on these shelves. Hector, did you find what you were looking for?
Yes, yeah, sorry, I couldn't remember. I was thinking identify, but it's not. It's detect magic. I cast detect magic on the items.
Yeah, they're glowing.
They're glowing. What school of magic, if any?
They are, if any, is a good question.
Yes.
I would say transmutation
That's kind of what I was figuring out. And that's probably how they shapeshift.
would be.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would say transmutation.
Okay. Hector will not touch them with his bare hands because he's played enough campaigns with James to know that's a bad idea.
You're talking crazy.
So he'll get like kind of like a, if there's like he has like a spare rag or cloth or something, and
I lied. Conjuration.
conjure.
My bad.
What? Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah. So I will definitely, again, not touching those with my bare hands. If I get like a scrap of leather or like cloth or something, and just kind of wrap them up and pocket them for now.
Hector, I'm gonna message you privately.
Okie dokie.
Oh God! What a threatening statement.
Not always a bad thing.
No, maybe Barovia.
Did Hector just make his first mistake finally?
Join us. Become cursed like us.
Do
You
you
will
want me
grow
to
mighty boils.
answer this like out loud or message you?
I'd say put it in the message. Okay. Yeah, so you stow these 2 stones. Isadora, you weren't able to sort of find anything on the bush/body that you were pawing through. But
Hector will kind of like redirect her as soon as he sees that she's filling up a bush.
Hector the redirector.
Hector the bush redirector. You find 2 more things, Isadora. Now that you're sort of being helped by Hector, you see what you at first think is part of the body of this creature that's sort of just laying on the ground. Instead, you're able to sort of pull it off because it feels like flesh. And you realize that it's a bag. It's like a travel bag, but it is crafted out of what you both know to be, with your ranger backgrounds, you know to be human skin.
Does it function like a bag of holding? Because I could use one of those.
Your detect magic would definitely glow with these. You're not quite sure though what it does. You just know that it's a magical
Right, that's
sort
magic.
of
Okay.
sack, and each one of them, just like the stones, so there are 2 of those.
Well, those
I don't-
he's definitely not touching those with his bare hands. But again, we'll try and find
These
like
dark
some,
black bags of sort
some
of
kind of just.
charred and rotting flesh.
These are some kind of magic, he says to Isadora.
Congratulations? I don't know what to say to that. I will not ever be touching one of those.
That's fair. I figure we'll bring him to the others, see if maybe Ezmerelda has any ideas.
All right. Shall we go in?
All right, so everybody heads inside. Zoot, are you going in or are you staying out?
I'm watching the door. We heard a howl from the east. Do you think I'm gonna let that go and disappear?
Okay.
I know something's out there.
All right, so Zoot is remaining, keeping watch outside as all the
Plus,
rest
if you
of
guys all
are-
die in that big arcane explosion, one of us can tell the tale.
Ezmerelda sort of looks around at the group of you and sees Isadora and Hector come through the door and says, You said that they took something from you, yes?
Yes.
And she just sort of glances up at the bottles on the shelves and says,
Good luck.
Do you recognize any of these?
Well, I'm partially blind. So, I'm not seeing much here. Can I like run my hand over the bottles and see if any of them like call out to me, like feel familiar?
Yeah, you can run your hand along. Sure. Make an investigation check. Not with disadvantage. This is touch.
It doesn't matter. That was a 2.
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
make an intelligence check and try to remember if I ever read about something like this when a piece of one's soul is taken from their body? Is
Can I give
just
her guidance?
breaking the container enough to have that soul lead back to its owner?
Yeah, roll an investigation check, and you can give her guidance, Isadora. Yeah.
So guidance is with advantage?
No, plus a D4.
Plus D4.
It's a D4.
And
So a plus, okay.
Yep. And Ezmerelda's just sort of pacing back and forth in front of these shelves and is looking and.
So how does a 29 sound?
You are positive that breaking the vessel will return the essence as long as that creature is within a certain proximity to the vessel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If
so
the vessel's broken and that creature is not nearby, that
They
piece
lose
is
it.
lost forever.
Yep. Yeah. Is there any other way of identifying the vessel, like the which like soul belongs? Like, is there any way of identifying like some sort of like even lighting up some sort of
Ezmerelda
indicator?
sort of looks at you, at Isadora, and says, "Do you remember what it looked like? Can you describe it? Any?"
It was a glowing white bit of light.
Wait, bit of like, but the bottle that she put it in, the vessel, any memory of?
I can roll his.
So roll a
Can
history
I
check.
roll history
Yep,
or something?
yep,
Great.
Can we
absolutely.
both roll history?
Yes, because you were both there.
Was she there? I don't want to like. I think Winter had
Oh,
left.
you might
I'm
have been.
pretty
I
sure
was gonna
Isadora
say
was
you might have been out of the. Yeah, you
alone
might have been outside. You
for
were outside at
that.
that point. You're right. You're So yeah, Winnie, you're not.
This is not great. That's an 11.
11. You recall that it was like definitely like fluted. It came to a like almost like a beaker type shape, but nothing specific that's calling out to you. And Ezmerelda says, well, then let's just break them all.
If we break them all, and some people are still alive, they will never get their piece of soul back.
We don't break them. We leave and move on. I've been dealing with it for this long.
Do you remember which hag was the one that took it from you?
The first one we killed in the market, the blue.
Right. Can I recall how tall they were, and if they were?
How tall the?
Mm-hmm.
Can
I investigate the shelves, see which ones are? Obviously, some have accumulated more dust than others, and some have more wear on them because they've been sitting there longer.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty plain to see. You're able to pick out which ones are kind of more recent, which ones don't have cobwebs sort of growing. The ones that aren't that are more forward on the shelves seem to be, disturbed more recently than the others that are farther back and are sort of covered in a layer of dust and cobwebs.
Okay, so we make an educated guess, is what we do.
No, we're not smashing anything unless we know which one is mine.
This might be like a really long shot, but if Hector still has detect magic up, is there any way that he could possibly see like a similar aura on Isadora versus one of the bottles? Like,
make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's not going to go well, but okay.
Never know.
Actually, you know what? I actually am proficient in Arcana, funnily enough. It's still probably not going to go that well, but...
I'll guidance you.
Okay,
okay.
She called it. Yep, they called it.
That's all right, so, 16 plus 1 for guidance is going to be 17.
17. Yeah, you're able to see... It's interesting. The magic coming off of Isadora is this sort of really, really white, blinding aura. When you focus on it, it's not sort of always present, but when you're focusing the detect magic on them, it is this really powerful, like, radiant, holy essence. And you turn to the shelves and you walk closer because, you're just being kind of bombarded with all of these magical essences. And as you sort of parse through, you can definitely discern a few dozen that look similar. And you probably ascertain, okay, these were probably all
like cleric
individuals, holy individuals. Who have a similar aura. So you definitely can narrow it down.
Would we be able to cross-reference my few dozen with the ones that Winter had found that were more recent?
Isadora broke it. She did it. Isadora was like, fuck this. This is taking too long.
In fact, knock my weed everywhere.
No.
Weed? What? But yeah, is there a way that we can like cross-reference and kind of narrow the field?
Yeah, I would say you're able to narrow it down to 15 that are recent enough
and also cleric
and also
and
sort
holy
of
or whatever,
radiant clerical. Yeah.
Okay, so
are they corpse?
Man, these hags have been busy.
Look,
Hector will pull the 15 aside and be like, this is... I don't know if anybody else has anything, Ezmerelda, maybe?
Are they corked, though?
All of them are corked.
Oh, then we don't have to break anything. We just uncork it, and if it'll either...
I'm assuming it would work the same way, and I appreciate all of you.
That check before, you would know that it's just releasing it. It's either by releasing, either opening or breaking.
I'm gonna come down.
Okay, so Willa, by the way, this whole time you've just heard banging upstairs as Willa's just going fucking ham on these
I'm
gears.
going ham.
You're hearing like things breaking and like the metal, and then like every now and then she's like, ah, fuck! Like she just like
the bone
yeah.
grinder to break it.
Yeah. So that happens under this. Yeah. So Willa sort of comes on the stairs.
I really still don't know if it's broken. I threw a bunch of stuff in it and knocked a lot of shit down.
Okay.
So I think you should look at it before we go, but I think I did it pretty good.
Want to break?
think.
We got 15 things you could break down here.
We are not breaking them. Winter.
I charge, and what does she point to?
I'm
where they
getting
are?
in the way. I'm throwing.
What is it?
No,
PvP.
What is
PvP.
it?
absolutely not.
I know.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Ezmerelda sort of looks around and says, "We did this. We came this way.
Let's move on. We took care of the business.
But we needed to do
we
something."
needed to take care of.
She turns to Winter and says, "What is this business with the Fanes?"
Okay. I need to go outside and find the 2 stones. I have it in my notes somewhere. Give me a minute. I can find it.
Can someone tell me what's going on? Because I don't know what's going on.
One of
Your
these.
sister's-
Oh, go ahead.
Your sister is trying to
What?
bless a temple to a god who's not Strahd.
No, why can't I break those things?
People's souls are in them.
One of which is
What?
Isidora's.
Okay, so why not just break them?
Because then everybody else's whose soul is in there will lose part of their soul. We're not breaking him, any of them.
How
Well,
do we know that?
isn't it already gone? So it's like nothing would have happened.
Anyone whose soul is still here, if we spread the word, they can come. If they remember what it's like, they can get it back.
But then you might lose yours as well if they
Yeah,
open the
you might-
incorrect bottle.
I appreciate everyone's concern, but this is my soul and the souls of 15 other people. Life Force, we don't know what it is. I will not allow any of you to sacrifice one of these 14 other individuals' souls, life forces, whatever they are.
Okay.
Hector turns to Ezmerelda and says, "Do you have anything that could maybe help us narrow down?"
She just sort of shakes her head and thinking, I don't.
Or do you know of anybody that might have
Okay.
some form of divination?
I think if we are not going to break these, we should
take
at
them with
least
us.
take them with us.
Yes,
Those
agreed.
that we know, it has to be one of these 15 these that you have set aside because of your investigation. We bring them along because if we cannot discern, there may be other powerful entities later on.
We can't bring them. We can't.
Oh,
We can't bring
Oh.
them.
I might be able to help. Hold on.
While they're doing this, I'll go outside and look for the stones behind the windmill.
Okay, Zoot.
Hey, what's going on in here?
You see Winnie sort of wander outside.
Under and Winnie. What you running away from this time, kid?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Oh, yeah. Did they find what they're looking for?
Yeah, they're gonna sort some things out. I need to go out back and look for the stones behind the windmill.
Okay. Let me join you because I don't know anything about these stones. You can explain it, maybe break it down in a way I understand because Isadora talks too fast.
Sure. Essentially, this is one of the main shrines. This used to be a shrine of worship to the
We
forest.
destroyed the shrines of worship and Strahd is dead, right?
Exactly. So, well, we bring back these shrines basically, and it lessens his influence and power over the realm.
Oh, wait, so
Because-
we're not smashing the shrines, we're building them shrines?
Pretty much. The shrine was
Okay.
desecrated long ago, And that's what added to Strahd's influence and power, was the disbelief in the Thane, so more people would believe in him.
And the Thane is that Richten guy. What was his name?
Von Richten, he's not a Thane, but I think he's also on the same side as us.
Okay, so he's helping build shrines too. And so we should find Von Richten and build some shrines. I think I get that much. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we wait? How did we know there was a shrine here? You said you're looking for a shrine back here. I don't see any shrines, do I?
Well, there's
Do I see any
three
shrines?
stones.
You see sort of 3, and then there's one that's sort of covered over and broken off at the top. So 4, and if you zoom out, I'll ping them. Large, sort of moss-covered rock structures.
We see that.
They're really overgrown, kind of layers of dirt and ivy and moss, but they are sort of arranged in this sort of like semicircle out around the back of the windmill.
So
Dude,
this
help
is
me
the
clean them
shrine.
off. Yeah,
Okay,
we gotta
sure.
clean them off, and I'll probably need your help lifting the one piece. We gotta find a way to mend it back.
Okay. I don't have any way to clean this. I don't even have a rag. I don't have prestidigitation. I don't have druidcraft. I have nothing. So I will supervise.
But you can just help me pull off the ivy and just clean off the stones.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll take the ivy. I would like to add the ivy to my inventory.
Okay, you start to sort of pull things away, and you realize this is like decades, centuries even of overgrowth, and it's gonna take you a while. This isn't just like sort of like dusting off these structures. This is like old overgrowth, thick vines and thick mosses and layers of dirt.
We're gonna be here a while.
It has.
Tyler, while this is happening, can I I'm gonna sit down on the floor, and I'm going to like pull some candles out, and I'm gonna light them and surround myself with them, and I'm gonna hold a spirit session to learn one divination spell.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Because that might help us figure out which one is hers. I'm wondering if I use locate object. Yeah.
Would you have had to have seen it? No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think
Has to be
describe or name an
known
object
to
that is
you.
familiar to you. Okay, so here's my argument. She's familiar to me. If a part of her soul is in there, that's familiar to me.
So you are trying to locate the soul essence, not the
soul
bottle.
essence, not the bottle.
I'm gonna say no. That it would have to be locate creature.
Oh,
That makes sense.
I mean, that's fine with me. I mean, like, can I do
Is
that?
that
Can I
one?
take
Is that another one that you can learn
I can learn
in that spirit session
one spell
from the divination class?
divination.
Okay, so I would say if you use locate creature, you would be.
Wait, of any level? If you could do any level divination spell, let's get these 9th level, like, talk to the gods out here. Come on.
Any level
Where's
that,
the good stuff?
that she can
She has
currently
a spell
cast.
slot.
Oh, fine.
Can I cast that level?
Ooh.
Object is 2nd level. Creature is 4th.
Creature is 4th level, so I don't know if you have 4th level spells yet.
I don't think so. Level 5, level 6 now.
But that's definitely a way of solving the issue down the line within your
don't.
party.
We leave them here and come back for them then.
Why don't we just take them
Nah,
on our
man.
way? Because
What if someone destroys them just because?
Then that's a shame. But if we take them, anybody who finds out that they may be able to find theirs and comes here looking for them will not be able to find them. We can come back.
Tyler,
And I would
messaged
very
you.
much like to come back when we can do that. But I will not be responsible for this bit of my soul being in exchange for anyone else's.
I'm gonna mind link with Hector. Gonna send a message.
oh no.
Hector already messaged Tyler about 5 minutes ago regarding that.
Oh, I was gonna say, we gotta get her out.
Okay. Hector, I need you to make we'll make a global sleight of hand check.
That's fair.
Instead of 15 individual sleight of hand checks.
$22.
Isadora, roll a perception check
I will, but
with disadvantage because it's sight.
she's not leaving until all of these bottles are back in their spots on the shelves, y'all.
Roll a perception check. There's a limit to what your touch was able to with an 11, I think is what you
Fuck,
rolled.
That's, you know what, you're not wrong, and that's an 8.
Yeah, so
You're like, right, I didn't see them, I
you've
touched
not
them.
seen them.
Fuck,
You've only touched them.
fuck,
So
fuck, you're totally right.
Hector, I would say you are successful in as you are all sort of loudly having this argument and conversation. Ezmerelda sort of turns and notices that like you're arguing. You're like, okay, we'll just leave them. We'll leave them as you're putting them into your bag. Okay, Winnie and Zoot, you are out back.
Yes. Hacking away with my sword at the ivy.
All right, you are hacking away. The four of you inside.
I present the other items to Ezmerelda and the group in general, and I'm just like, so these necklaces have some form of conjuration magic on them.
And Ezmerelda looks and says, "Oh,
They were on the bodies.
yes, that is. I know these. These are heartstones.
Arts.
It is what allows these creatures to move between the planes.
So we could.
No, for us, they do not work the same way.
Oh.
However, if any of you have contracted anything since you've arrived here or brought anything with you, touching this stone will, at least I have never seen it happen in person, but the books that I've read and the information I've gleaned from other hunters such as myself, these will cure any of your diseases that you may be carrying with you.
I grab one of the stones and push it to Isadora's head.
Isadora, you don't feel it. I mean, unless you're carrying some diseases that you want to message me about privately.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, then yeah, nothing happens.
I put it to my mouth.
Nothing happens.
Well, but I have that one thing.
You got mono?
I was gonna say.
I was making
I
a
was
joke.
like-
Okay, never mind. Whatever,
Okay,
everyone's
the
fine.
cold sore shrinks and disappears. There you go.
I
Yep.
worked at a brothel.
Hector will also be like, and they also had these, and he pulls out the disgusting bag.
And she sort of just steps back and says, "Do not
What
touch
is
them.
that?
Drop them. Drop them. Drop them."
What is that? Is that a skin bag?
Best I could tell.
Each of these is crafted by the person whose soul resides in the bag.
There's someone in that?
Well, there is a soul in it. There is not a body, but these are particularly. You have to be a person of very foul and wicked character to be crafted into one of these bags.
Oh. Oh, so there's bad guys in here.
Well, one each. There's no way really of knowing who this person was that this bag is made of.
Wait.
Yes.
Bad to them because that would be good to us.
No. Someone who moves through the world in a particularly evil way, it gives them strength to pull from the sort of greed and
I
bad
see.
aspects of that person.
Can we destroy
Can we
them?
like destroy them?
I do not know of a way to destroy them, but you can certainly try.
I'll drop a moonbeam on it.
Okay.
It's
Is that an
radiant, so I
attack
don't
roll?
have to touch it. No, that is a wisdom.
Well, they can't roll a saving throw, so I mean, you can. It succeeds. There's a because it's an area of effect, right?
Yeah, it's just
so
a big old
anything in
radiation
those,
blast. Radiant.
Yeah, you blow a bunch of radiant energy at it, at both of these bags, and nothing happens. They're
Great.
still,
Okay, that was all I had.
still there.
That's it.
I mean, I know you said not to touch them. Would it be best if we brought these with us? So that way they don't fall into the wrong hands?
Sure, but they are not going inside my cart. They can hang from one of the horses in front.
Could we drop them in the bag of holding so hopefully nobody can get to them?
I don't think that would be wise.
Oh, fair enough.
Winnie and Zoot, you are hacking away at this megalith in the back, and this one area that you're both focusing on, really maybe like a 1 foot square at the front that you're both just sort of digging and hacking into. Your sword finally hits something that offers resistance, and you realize that you've hit the stone face of it. You're probably a good 1.5 feet deep into the earth and soil and moss and overgrowth. But you peer into where your sword pierced, and you just see this smooth black stone.
Oh, what is this? Is this it? I can't hear you. Speak louder.
Can we clear any more?
I'll clear as much as you want.
Let's try to pull back some, see if there's any writing.
Oh my god, it says?
There's no writing. This is literally just a perfectly smooth stone. Like unnaturally
Nothing!
smooth.
It says nothing! Oh, you disappointed me. I thought you said you knew what these things look like.
I never claimed to know what these things look like. I'd like the record to show that. I said, this is supposed to be the Forest Sister Fane's shrine.
Okay. So, then let's clear off the other rocks. Is this all we need to do is clear them off? Do you know if there's any extra steps? Do we have to, like, stack them like a big snowman?
They didn't necessarily give me a tutorial guide on how to do this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I'm even more clueless than you are, so you're the expert here. We stack them like a snowman. Yes or no?
No, we don't do
Okay.
that.
Well, I'll help you roll it around if you need to.
Okay. I think one of them is broken, though, so we will need to repair that. So why don't we try doing that? Why don't we try, like, putting the one stone back together?
Okay.
I'll walk over to the other stone and put my hands on it, and I will use 5 points of lay on hands.
I will bring out my tinker's tools and try to find a way to attach this while he's laying on hands.
I don't think I'm on a good cycle. Nothing is happening yet.
Nothing changes. No aspects of the stone shift, even with your tinkering and your laying on of hands. You realize that there's either something has to happen where you're either physically scraping these things off or there's right now that seems to be the only path forward.
Yeah, let's just keep clearing them off.
Keep scraping. I'm happy to scrape. I'm a good scraper. I scrape for a living.
Yeah.
They call me Zoot Scythe Ment. You know what a scythe is? I'll tell you what a scythe is. Back to the others.
And segue.
Yeah, and scene. I don't need to describe what a scythe is. That's really good television. Watching a guy describe how scythes work for 5 minutes.
The four of you inside, it's been a while, and Zoot and Winnie are not here. They're not back in the windmill. They're somewhere.
Yeah, we should probably check on them.
Ezmerelda says it's probably a good idea, and leaves, swings around, and Zoot and Winnie, you sort of see Ezmerelda approaching you.
Make yourself useful. Help us clear off these stones.
Which stones?
I point out 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, so she says, okay, and she moves over to here and starts cleaning that one.
Yeah, I'll go out as well after then.
Everybody's starting to clear off these megaliths, and it is getting later and later in the day.
I suppose we should probably make camp here.
Sun is getting low, and you've made some progress, but you've still got a ways to go.
How much of a ways?
Does anyone have any fire?
I mean, based on how long it's taken you at this point, you've revealed maybe half of 2 of them, and it's been 4 hours at this point.
We don't have time to finish this job right now.
What's going on? What are we doing?
Rock.
We need to clear off the stones.
Clear them off? How about I explode them?
No.
Oh,
Absolutely
okay.
not.
Okay, I didn't know.
If you have
What are we looking for?
We have to pull the ivy and the decay off of it. But
We don't have time to finish this now, though.
You have somewhere better to be?
Yes, in fact,
We
on
have
Worcester
to-
Hill trying to save a life.
Oh, Ismark! I forgot about him. Oh yeah, we should go do that. We can come back. The hags are gone. Is that okay?
Zoot, do you remember that one time when we were in Strahd's house and you put that thing down? Can you put something down in this house to make sure that, I don't know, maybe we can get like a warning if something comes?
Okay, well, first 2 things, 3 problems, 5 things I have to say about that. Let's see.
Okay.
2 things, 3 problems. Wait, 5 things.
Okay, so the first one is, yes, I can do that. But the second thing is, it doesn't act as an alarm. The third thing is, I have to trigger it. And so we're just taking a guess if there's something interesting to be seen in the space. The fourth thing is, I can only do 1 at a time. And the 5th thing is, I pull out a candlestick that I still have attuned to Ismark's house before we left.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd ask.
Do we see if
Um,
Ismark came home? I can do that.
No, you can
Oh,
get rid of that one, I think, if you want to make a new one.
Okay. I'm gonna look through it and see if Ismark came home, because that's
Okay.
the only way I know how to get rid of it.
Yep. What happens to you when you look through this, Zoot?
I look at the candlestick and I hold it up like a kaleidoscope, and then my eyes roll back into the back of my head, and there's a glow of some sort from my face, or maybe the candle, or both. It's purple.
Zoot wargs into the candlestick, and you put it in the that sort of central study room, right?
I did. Right,
And you
that's where we
see
were all hanging
sort of
out
this,
before we
like,
left.
Yeah, this like fisheye lens version of that room. No, nothing has changed since you left. There's no person, no signs of any other activity, and certainly no Ismark.
Yeah, I'll come out of the warging. I'll go, oh my god. Oh my god.
oh,
There's no one there.
okay. I have an idea. What if I generated a bunch of wind to help us clean these things off?
Can we just start going? I mean, we can get Ismark and come back.
I mean,
We
You think
can,
someone's
we
gonna
can
break
leave.
the rocks?
quickly.
Here, how about this?
Like,
We can leave. Just can we try one more thing before we go?
Yes.
do you
So-
think 20-mile-per-hour wind's not going to clean off the rocks?
This is centuries of overgrowth that is coming from the ground. I think maybe a tornado, but that would destroy the shrine, and that's not the point we're here to make. But so
Tyler, if I used warding wind on myself and walked by all of these things, would I be able to blow off the
20
debris?
mile an hour winds.
20-mile-per-hour winds.
You
That's not good.
know that 20 mile an hour winds are like, I mean, it's gusty, but it's not gonna move a hill of earth that's grown in front of each of these.
Oh, I thought it was just vines.
No,
Never
it's
mind.
like feet of dirt and moss and vines and brush and plant growth.
Okay.
So there's just we can go. There's just one thing I want to try though, okay? Lady Isadora?
Okay. Yes.
So the ladies 3 were weakened due to 2 reasons. The destruction of their shrines and the slow decay of belief in them. This is the shrine for the forest sister. So I don't know, I'm whiffing at air here, but what if we all just stood in front of a stone and believed for a minute?
I'm happy to pray to.
Yeah.
Do you have a name?
I don't know how. Forest Sister. They are the
Okay.
ladies 3, and this is the Shrine of the Forest Sisters. What I got.
You remember from that reading as well, this is, the forest sister was known as the Seeker.
A seeker.
Yeah. And known
It sounds
for
like-
foresight, and known to be symbolized often, not always, but often, by a raven.
I was gonna say, it sounds like if this is the sisters 3 or the ladies 3 or whatever, maybe it should just be the ladies 3 here who do the praying.
No, their power comes from their believers. That's where majority of their strength lied in. Is that?
Oh. So it's the guy.
Ezmerelda sort of
okay.
says,
It's a strength in numbers,
we are,
Oh.
there are 4 of us.
which is more.
I'm not assuming how the others of you identify, but it seems
Count
as
4,
if there
yes.
are 3 and plus myself.
Do we even? Who is this?
I didn't see you on the battlefield anywhere.
And she just rolls her eyes and sort of walks away and goes
Please
and...
Oh
come
no,
back
Zoot
and just-
Zoot definitely saw her on the battlefield.
She moves away and sort of plants herself at one of the megaliths and just sort of
All right.
stands in front of it and then
Everyone
gets
take
down.
a megalith and just sit and I'll stay with Isadora because I don't know how to pray, but I'm assuming other people know how to pray. But
Hector will give
Even I know how to pray.
Hector will give Zoot a little friendly nudge and just be like, "Good one."
What am I supposed to do?
Hector doesn't pray.
pray to the seeker, ask for her return, and that we believe in her. Something like that. I don't know.
What
I
is
don't
she?
pray.
She's like the forest. What is she? The forest witch?
She's the forest sister, not a witch. She's a forest sister. She's one of the ladies three, a Fane of the old world. She was known as the Seeker.
I'm gonna grab some dirt and some leaves, and I'm just gonna like.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is this how you pray?
I'm gonna pray aloud just in case anybody who doesn't know how to pray wants to just kind of listen and copy.
Oh wait, hold on. So this is the Forest Sisters. Hold on. Zoot also does prayers. If we remember the burials
Shrines.
that we did.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
This is the Forest
So-
Sister Shrine.
Known
The
as
Forest Sisters.
Seeker,
What do?
often associated with foresight and foreknowledge, and is sometimes symbolized by a raven.
Mhm.
Lies.
Wait. What?
Yeah.
Oh my God! A raven.
Yeah.
Hey, if they're symbolized by a raven, maybe we can ask the Raven Tavern people if they can help us do this.
We can get their help later. We need to move on. This is just a last-ditch effort.
Oh, okay.
All right, I have a prayer. It's slightly adapted from the Watcher prayer, but I figure the Watcher and the Seeker are close enough.
Sounds good.
O great Seeker, your eyes are as sharp as the blades of knives, your beak is as strong as the thunder of gods, and your wings are as swift as the wind. You are the bringer of knowledge and the one who sees all, the one who knows all. So help me to see what is to come, and help me to know what is to be known, and guide me on my path. Amen.
Roll a religion check, Sue.
Great. Do I get religion for? Can I have advantage for writing a prayer?
You get advantage because the rest of you are all joining.
It counts. I'll accept it. Dice rolls. So
It was
religion.
a great prayer, James.
Thanks. 15 plus nothing is is 15.
The paladin doesn't have religion.
You know it.
Your cleric has -1 religion.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Barovia.
Hector has a +1 to religion. He's not even religious. What?
I have a plus
It's
two.
my biggest pet peeve that religion is into not whiz.
I have a +5 to religion? Oh my god!
Why
I don't
would you
believe
be
in
on the
shit!
prayer?
Why didn't you pray?
All right.
I'm praying.
With that 15, you all feel the ground around you start to tremor.
Absolutely
and
not.
vibrate. And as it does, you watch this layer of dirt and overgrowth on each of these just shear off the front of these stones. And this smooth, black, reflective surface is what remains. But inside of each of these stones, you see yourselves. You are clearly reflected.
What?
It's almost as if you're looking into this mirror on this obsidian piece of rock. But the version of yourself is different. This is you, but more powerful, stronger, larger. you sense this version of yourself that is being reflected back at you in this dark obsidian stone is who you might become after decades of learning, of adventuring, of honing your skills and your crafts, gaining new weapons and abilities. And simultaneously, as you watch, each of these reflections in your own voice just says, choose. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
What are we choosing? What are we choosing?
Thanks, everybody, for being with us tonight as we got back into our Barovian adventure. Anybody got any plugs?
Is our rule benders playing this week? I don't know. Who knows about the rule benders schedule? Let me check.
I can.
No, they're playing next week. Next Wednesday. Watch rule benders.
I'll plug my stickers.
Yes.
My stickers.
Buy quelmar.con, or well, not quelmar.con, but buy quelmar stickers. I have a little shop open. They're really fun. A lot of the players in this chat have bought them, so it's been really great.
They're awesome.
The Strahd sticker.
There's a Strahd sticker.
There is a Strahd sticker. It's a nice handmade Barovian pie. But yeah. I think that's the only thing I have to plug.
Anybody else? Plugs? Pluggy plugs?
I mean, there's a ton of quelmar.con stuff, but that's just blowing out the freaking ears. Yeah, Wednesday the schedule drops, and that schedule will include all of the officially sanctioned events, things that were submitted and reviewed and put into the schedule. Now, that doesn't mean if you've got an idea for something cool to play at quelmar.con, you cannot play it. It's going to be up to you and your friends, whoever's in it, to find a table and the space and the time and get together and play it. And there will be open tables for those sort of events, or for people who want to get together and play big board games. You know, you want to play Zombicide, you want to play Scythe, you know. So there are opportunities to do even more, but all of the submitted official things, which are basically just everything in the program, everything that'll be on a poster or whatever, that all comes out this week. Submissions end Wednesday. I'm not sure if we're going to announce everything Wednesday night or Thursday, but between Wednesday and Thursday, all of the official stuff gets announced, including something that was only just submitted today. That's very exciting for some of the members of the board who have eyes on it, and will definitely be exciting for some of you. There's a lot. I previously had said there's over 20 things to do at quelmar.con. We are at well above that at this point. There's well over 30 things scheduled for that small weekend. Tabletop games, LARPs, video games, other types of tournaments. Like, it's big. quelmar.con is massive. We got so many sponsorships now.
Coming.
Oh. And Varda's going to be there.
And Varda's going to be there. And that's really all that
and
matters.
Tyler's going to be there. Oh, wait. Not even for a single day. He's going to abandon us the whole weekend, and we're going to play without him. Oh. It's okay. I love you, Tyler.
We'll never meet Tyler.
Yeah, it's
I met
like
Tyler.
a perpetual thing.
I'll never meet Tyler.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, so
yeah, plugs. Yeah. I was going to say.
Get your badges, because we have newsletters which contain the most information, and you won't get the newsletters if you don't have your badge, so get your badge.
Get your badge. All right, y'all. Well, we are away for a bit. We are back on May 2nd with a game, and we'll see what these 5 have to choose in a few weeks. So thanks for being with us tonight. And until we see you next,
keep rolling those dice.
And bye, everybody.
I love that Leanna's the desert.